This is flat out utterly ridiculous, laughable, comical, or whatever word you want to use. I know exactly what you're sitting there thinking to yourself. Yo Matt, what in the world are you talking about? We're gonna play a little game. Okay, so we have player A right here first. Player A is listed at 6'5" and 190 pounds. He averages 18.7 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, 1.8 assists, and shoots 44.7% from the field. He also shoots 29.3% from the field, just keep that in mind. Get a good look at player A's stats because we're going to talk about two more and I want you guys to tell me who the best player is out of the three. Player B is listed at 6'5" and 186 pounds. Player B averages 11.3 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and shoots 44.9% from the overall field. And last but not least, he shoots 27.1% from the 3-point line. If you gotta pause it, but get you a good look at the stats. And last but not least, we have player C. Player C is listed at 6'4" and 210 pounds. He averages 23 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and shoots 40.6% from the overall field. And to go along with that, he shoots 32.5% from the 3-point line. Out of the three players we have on the screen right now, who do you think is the best and who would you pick first in the draft? Or not just the draft, but if you was a coach, who would you pick? I think it goes without a question you're either rocking with player A or C. All these players are listed at roughly 6'5" and 200 pounds, so they have the same player build. The only difference with player B is the fact that he only averages 11 points per game. Yes, player C does only shoot 40% from the field, but he averaged 23, so he's taking more shots. But hey, if you're looking for efficiency, player A is your guy because he's averaging almost 19 points per game and shooting 44.7%. Player A is shooting the same percentage as player B, but he's averaging way more points. And oh yeah, we can't forget to mention that player B has the worst 3-point percentage. Before I even reveal who these players are, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, they play different in the games, because all three of these guys have the similar play style. And they all have the same player build. Once again, I think we can all agree the debate is over player A and C. B doesn't come anywhere close. But however, with that being said, what would you say if I said player B is projected to go way higher in the draft and people think he's way better than player A and C? Just by going off of the stats and what we're seeing, you would think I'm crazy. But guess what? Player B is regarded as the best prospect out of all three of these guys. As to why, I don't know, it straight up mind boggles me and it makes zero sense. Alright, now let's reveal these players. Player A was James Bouknight from UConn, player B was Keon Johnson from Tennessee, and player C was Cameron Thomas from LSU. Player B, also known as Keon Johnson, is projected to go number 6 overall in the latest mock draft. And almost every mock draft has him going inside the top 8 or 9. I'm not going to take anything away from Keon because he's a great player, but it's the fact that people are saying he's way better than player A and C, and it doesn't make any sense to me. If you're going to say a guy is head over heels better than a player, you got to prove that somehow, and there's no way you can prove that Keon Johnson is better than James Bouknight and Cam Thomas. I know. Some of you are going to the comments right now and saying, Matt, stats aren't everything, and you're 100% right. Have you ever heard the phrase though, that numbers never lie? That's true. Stats aren't everything, and if you want to say look at the eye test, well guess what? All three of these guys are the same height and roughly the same weight. Keon is probably slightly, and I mean slightly better athlete than the other two players, but not by much. But Bouknight and Thomas make up for not being as athletic in their scoring ability. Johnson at Tennessee, yeah, he had a good year, but he's not a guy that's going to give you 20 or 25 points every night. He's a playmaker and he's going to make some plays here and there, but Cam Thomas and Bouknight make plays all throughout the game. And James is arguably the most slept on player in the draft. They got him falling to all the way to number 23. Makes zero sense at all because he's a 3-level scorer and can score whenever and however he wants to. And for the people that want to bring up that Keon is athletic, well, have you seen Cam Thomas and Bouknight play? They're athletic too. The shot making and finishing ability that Thomas and Bouknight share, it's unmatchable. They also have Cam Thomas getting selected at 19 overall. I'm going to bring this up a lot throughout the video because it doesn't make sense. How do you have Keon Johnson going at 6 overall when the two guys behind him falling in the early 20s have better numbers all around the board? Johnson's a slasher. He can shoot, but he's not the best shooter. He shot under 30%. So you mean to tell me if you're an NBA executive, you're going to select this guy at 6 overall knowing dang well he's not a good shooter? He's a good slasher, I'll give him that, and he's probably the best player that attacks the rim in the entire draft. But guess what? He's only 6'5", and in the NBA, you're going to be going up against some athletic players who are as athletic as you and even bigger, stronger, and faster than you. I don't really have a problem with him going 6 overall. Okay, I do have a problem. If he was going at 15, I'd be somewhat okay with it. My problem with this, and why I think it's flat out ridiculous, is that you got him going at 6, and then two guys that are arguably way better than him are falling in the 20s. What? I don't want to hear nothing about him being a better defender because you don't select good defenders in the top 6 overall picks. The name of the game, especially in 2021, is to score a lot of points and make tough shots. Is Cam Thomas going to take some questionable shots? Yes. Is Bouknight going to take some questionable shots? Yes. But guess what? They're also going to make some of those. Keon's not going to lose you a game, but he's not going to win you many either. He's a very solid player and he seems like a great guy. I'm not taking that away from him. But with that being said, this does not sit right with me with people saying he's head over heels better than Cam Thomas and Bouknight. You could even make a case that Bouknight should go in the top 10, and I don't even have a problem with that. I don't think people give James enough credit because he didn't go to a high major program. Yes, he did go to UConn, but he was still a beast. I don't care who your favorite player is, just be a realist. Out of all these 3 guys, if you didn't know who they were, who would you pick first in the draft out of these 3? I'm very curious, and don't be a bias to whoever your favorite team and player is. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. But with all that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Join the family, hit that subscribe button, and leave a like for more. And as always, let's be great. Road to 22 milli. I'm out, y'all. Peace.